about it right in the beginning. Literally every single thing that you see today, companies use the term smart in front of it, and it's supposed to become highly tech, right? But that's not the way it really works. There are things that people are putting sensors and chips into that make no sense. There's a smart fork, which you know about. There are smart things being done in houses that you never ever will use. You'll bring it back home. In fact, there are smart bathrooms. I don't want to talk about what you can do with those out there because we're trying to keep this as a pleasant discussion.
Smart food also, like whey protein is smart food.
Yeah, I mean, you can give up on food now with smart food right now. But a quick, 30-second talk with each of you. What is your thought on fashion and technology coming together, and where are we? To each of you, quick one reaction.
Okay, so it is right now in a very we should say that it's in a childhood stage. We are seeing experiments, we are seeing kind of the gimmicks. We have smart bands which light up, we have rings which light up. We have also t-shirts which has LED panels. But something like this, which is not visible or overwhelming, it is going to be future of technology and fashion where you can, it doesn't have to be visible, but you can use it, say, for an access of an office. You can go to a party with this, and if the party has access tags, you can just tap the shirt and go in.
Cool. So you seem excited by the whole idea, right?
No bouncers allowed.
No bouncers.
Ayushmaan, what do you think?
I think
Things that you've seen around.
It's one of its kind. One is, I think, of course, if you go to the gym, if you run outside, go for a jog during night, you have those reflective materials in your sports gear. So I think that's an innovation for sure. But this is next level, completely next level. Putting a chip inside your cuff, it's amazing. I think it's quite an innovation. They are the innovators, and this is ahead of its times. I think people just follow. And I think fashion and technology, they are quite similar. I think technology is ever evolving, so is fashion. Nobody would expected, colorful socks 4 years back, 5 years back, but the combination of pink and blue. So I think it just evolves just like technology. So I think they should marry for sure, at least have a one-night stand.
Okay, and a long-term relationship thereafter, right?
Yeah.
See, the only thing I would add
get a mic too?
Is fashion goes back in cycle.
Yes.
It goes, and innovation goes ahead at all times.
True that, yeah.
So recycling. But I believe that, I think the internet is about conveniencing people. It's about making your life much more easier. And if you could do it with style, what better? Style is also an important part of conveniencing your life, getting into places, getting the girls, getting the boys. Getting the boys also, I said, okay. So
and then he pointed to you.
I don't know.
Getting the boys, and then...
I approve, but why?
I have a feeling we're going to get 2 headlines out of this.
Nice testicles for spectacles, sir.
So I think that this is a wonderful marriage of convenience and fashion, and enabling people to simplify their lives and make it much better.
Great. Suresh, we've seen many companies try this out. This is, of course, you've come up as a global first with the smart shirt, but dozens and dozens of companies have tried to do this merge between fashion and technology, and most have failed. What are the real challenges?
No, I think the real challenge is, first of all, I think we talked about, this marriage of fashion and technology. Why it's happening is now technology, today it's easy to adopt. I think that makes technology all pervasive, and then people are easily able to adopt to technology. I think from that point of view, we wanted to keep the whole usage of technology very, very simple. I think from that point of view, I think we've been able to achieve that, which you would have seen.
Right.
The kind of, when Ayushmaan and you sort of demonstrated, it is so simple. I think the biggest challenge is how do we, because in shirt, in a way, it's misused in a number of ways, because you wash it, you fold it. As he got drenched in the rain. Yes. So I think the biggest challenge is...
Good demo. Live demo.
Yeah, still there.
I think the biggest challenge is to make sure that, because we can't tell the consumers, don't do this, don't do that. So we have to leave the consumers to behave the way they normally behave and provide technology which actually takes that behavior. I think that is what the team has done. I think I must, congratulate the team here, because I have no role to play except sitting in this podium.
It's a good role to play.
The team here for slogging it out for more than a year and a half. So what we are seeing here is a hard work of a year and a half to make sure that not only the technology is simple, but it really works in all the abuse a consumer is likely to do, because I mean, that's how, we can't really put sort of, guardrails to the consumer, how they should sort of manage their shirt.
Great.
So I think that's the biggest challenge. How do we ensure that happening?
Fantastic. So as part of the live demo now, you've got a damp shirt. Could we get that very hot iron? I'll just do it right now only to show you that both the chip and he both are indestructible. Yeah? Can we get that? Okay, just heat it up a little bit more. I'll bring it in. You're a celebrity stylist. One of your, the people that you work with is Priyanka Chopra, who has done a lot of shows with me. And one thing I found about her is that she's super techie. Would she like all this? I mean, not necessarily wearing this exact shirt, but you never know. But how does it happen? I mean, how do you really get fashion and technology together in the celebrity world? Are they excited by it?
Well, about Priyanka, I can tell you that she'll be the first one to get this. Because anything with technology, if there's anything that comes out,
but who would she be buying it for? Is there a name that you want to tell us? Like, is she buying this shirt for a specific gentleman that you would? No.
I think she'll wear it herself. I'll style her in the shirt in a very cool way. And I'm sure that'll change trends as well.
Okay. But
yeah.
This whole merger, fashion, technology, you see this coming about in your world very quickly?
I actually think it's seamless. Fashion can't live without technology. Everything that I'm wearing right now from head to toe is bought online. So, and it came in like 2 days ago, and I was very excited, and I'm wearing it. So, all my summer shopping this time was done online. I personally think that fashion and technology have a lot in common. They get outdated. You have to keep updating fashion and technology all the time. And to make an impression, you have to be technologically correct, and you have to be fashionable and stylish.
Right. Good point.
So for me, it's like, you have a fashion show that happens in some part of the world, and maybe earlier, a couple of years ago, 1,000 people would view it and place their orders. Now it happens virtually, and you have like the entire world watching it, and you have a worldwide impact over just those few people. Fashion bloggers are front row seats at every fashion show, given equal importance, more importance, I would say, now than any editor of a fashion magazine, because what they blog instantly is probably going to reach out to much wider people than what you print. Mm-hmm. So I personally think that fashion and technology is, it's an inevitable marriage, and this is a fabulous first step, which is going to lead to lots more, I'm sure.
Great, all right. So, quick question.
Just want to
sure.
add, I don't think a shirt would do for Priyanka. She would need a whole shirt with all chips on it, 1,000 chips on it, to deal with her fan base.
Yeah, true.
The part that in fact, I wanted to talk to you about is, we may get to that situation. I think this is almost perfect in terms of the shirt for the kind of audience that we are, for the kind of people that today in a work environment, we don't really want to exchange business cards. We don't want to really write things down. This is fantastic that all you're doing is this one gesture and you're done. But does retail get it? How do you demonstrate something like this? Is online retail ready for it? Is your mom and pop stores ready for this kind? To sell this is not proof of concept, this is already done. But how do you get people to try this out? How do you get retailers to say, yes, this is the next big thing?
No, I think, today actually sometimes we underestimate the adoption of technology. I think today's generation, I think, is far more savvier on technology. In fact, I was talking to one of the very famous startup entrepreneur. He was mentioning that, if you want to really understand how people respond to technology, you give a cell phone to a 3-year-old. And they'll be able to really figure out and find out more applications than what you can actually do.
Okay.
I think that's the real status today. Another example, again, the same person was telling me that you were mentioning, that you don't write things today. Mm-hmm. His niece was coming, to his house in Bandra, so getting late. So he wanted to send an SMS saying, "Where are you?" And I believe she took a photograph of the C-Link and sent it to him.
Okay.
So I think
nothing typed, nothing written,
so nothing
visually
typed.
done.
I think that's the way the world is moving. I think the language is not going to be there in the future. So I think adoption of technology today, since the technology has become so simple, adoption I think has become very, very easy. And particularly for younger generation, I don't think there is any. I think this will, in my view, will get lapped up pretty easily by the younger generation. I don't think, because
you've done one smart thing with your smart shirt for sure. There's no premium to pay. The shirt that I would go and buy normally and the one with the NFC is priced almost at the same. I think that's a very smart move forward, because then you're obviously expecting people to buy 7 shirts for the 7 days. Ek hi baar jaake khareed lo, because there's no premium to be paid. So that's one smart part.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one quick audience interaction, then I'm going to come to my last final question. Right? Okay, as soon as you're done with the photograph.
I think we can do this for you can ask the question.
Okay, so we'll do this. Normally when you do anything with an audience interaction, people raise their hands based on left or right, kisne haath uthaya, nahi uthaya. So we'll do this a little differently. No, I'm not going for questions right now. I'm just doing one quick audience interaction, which is one question for all of you. So what we'll do it differently. We'll close our eyes so that you don't know left or right who's answering what, and then we'll see how many hands are still up. Is that okay? So we'll close our not to the panel, okay? Suddenly the whole panel also will be with eyes closed and hands up. That'll make for a great picture. Actually, we could do that. That would be a good picture to have, right? Okay, so let's just do this. I just want to understand it myself, then one last quick fire question with each of them. So let's just all close your eyes, okay, and raise your hands. We'll start with all 100% saying yes. Could we do that, please? All of you? Yeah? So hands raised and eyes closed. Okay, I see about 3% of you have your hands raised. So could you all raise your hands, please? Okay. Okay, I think 50% is good. Okay. Let's just find out how many of you would like a dress that actually has LEDs in it, and when you walk into a party, the dress color changes according to your mood. So if you're really angry, it's a bright, beautiful red, and if you're not, if you're in a very mellow mood, it's blue. How many of you would like a dress like that? All the men have their hands up, that's good. So, thank you so much. I think none of your hands came down, so you did like it, and that gentleman's hand is up. He wants that dress for sure.
It's still up.
Right? Narendra, this is a question to you. I wanted to find out.
He understands his wife properly. or whoever.
Are these two worlds ready for each other? Because the fashion world thinks dramatically differently, the technology world thinks dramatically differently. For people to think that we want dress that lights up when we walk into a party, is that too niche?
I think fashion and technology have been integral, like Ami said. Yeah, it started with sportswear. Performance wear really needed the technology for wicking and climate control and all of that. Today, you see technology moving into design, into forms, into shapes. 3D design, making clothes, that kind of stuff. And there's particularly one wonderful couture designer called Iris van Harpen from Amsterdam,
yes,
who's doing these 3-dimensional, wonderful clothes. And I think that the next time all you need to do is stand in front of a machine and wish for something, and that dress comes out and you wear it. And I think this is what is going to be the future. And I believe that we are on the path for this merger, because while technology will always drive what is going to happen, innovation, but I think the ideas are going to be really important, because the machines cannot think. Machines can create,
Not yet,
but they need someone to think. So it's your vision that will create the world of the future.
Fantastic. So I think the merger
I
has
think
started.
this
Yes.
fashion and technology have always been together since the days of Kapil Dev, जो बोलते थे क्या जूते भी सांस लेते हैं. You remember that ad?
So he
Even
went
now,
one step
light
further.
shoes are in these days. I went to US recently for the concert. A lot of people were using light LED shoes.
Yeah. And breathable shoes, and it happened
Yeah,
with Kapil
yeah,
Dev, right?
always been there.
Okay, last one. This is to you, Ayushmaan.
Yeah.
Let's find out. You've got yourself a shirt.
Yeah,
okay,
with a chip.
With a chip. Now, let's say Arrow gives you one more. So now I'm going to ask you 3 or 4 questions of certain kind of smart clothing and technology, and who in your film industry would be perfect, who would you gift that to? So the first one is, we'll start simple. One more smart Arrow shirt given to you. Who would you present it
The
to?
thing is, I've never seen Ranveer wearing like a classic,
Clothes? Oh, acha, okay. All right.
like a classic shirt.
Okay.
And he's very radical with his sense of style, which is amazing. And I think it will be really interesting to see him wear an Arrow shirt with the chip inside.
I wonder what he'll program it to do. Though. I mean, that you'll have to have a separate Ranveer chip inside that for sure, right? Okay. Second one that I gave an example of. So, who in the film industry would really love, and you would gift a dress that changes colors according to her moods?
I think I'm working with Pariniti right now, and recently we will be discovering her singing talent as well. So I guess with that switching from acting to singing and the mood swing and everything, I think it really no, I think acting and singing have to be in different moods. You know, either you're lip syncing or you're singing. So I think that will be really interesting.
So now Ranveer's got something, Pariniti's got something.
Yeah.
Let's go with a smart T-shirt that actually can rip your muscles by the press of one chip.
That's for me.
That's for yourself.
I don't get a character in any film where I have to show my muscles. I get those realistic films, Vicky Donor, Dam Laga Ke Haisha, जहाँ muscle दिखाने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ती है. Do I have to pick a lot of stuff? But
So
anyway, I
just
think
the
this is
smart
for me.
T-shirt.
This is for me. This is for me.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. And the last one is a smart underwear, which you went with. Acha, let's not go there because I think that could be a lot of trouble for the world of fashion and technology.
I think it should be for everybody.
That we all need smart underwear. All right. Okay, so I am now, the panel is open now for questions. Do raise your hand and I'll come to you and we'll get a mic to you and do I.
With such a great innovation.
Only the Arrow team that came up, not us.
Yeah. So Ayushmaan, no doubt you are the smartest man on the dice.
Okay, that makes us all feel very good. But
Really? What's this?
He's the one.
Okay, so
The
start.
sex guru, sorry, tech guru.
So how is Ayushmaan? How you start your day? The smartest things, what you do in your whole of the day, like.
Smartest things.
He wakes up.
On time. I wake up on time, have warm water and do riyaz in the morning. Practice my lower scale vocals, and that's the smartest thing I do. It's very difficult in the morning.
great, all right.
Yeah.
It's really good to see you here, second time for the same brand, क्या हम उम्मीद कर सकते हैं, this is the second time you are here for Arrow. आने वाले वक्त में you are there with a mobile in your cuff,
A whole mobile phone.
पूरा का पूरा मोबाइल फोन इसके अंदर.
आयुष्मान तो सोच रहे हैं कि कफ की भी जरूरत नहीं है.
It's
your reaction the moment Arrow people approach you the same, they are coming with a smart shirt, another one.
I think I got this demo early in the morning today, and I thought, as I told you earlier, it will be difficult to fold and then make it work, but it's just working. So I guess it's quite innovation for sure. I think I'll be using it for sure.
Okay, मुंबई की बारिश सब जानते हैं कि किस हिसाब से होती है और कितनी ज़्यादा होती है. क्या ये शर्ट बारिश में पहनी जा सकती है?
इन्होंने बोला कि
ये आंसर करेंगे, ये अभी पहन के बैठे हुए हैं यहाँ पे.
खुद लहूलुहान हो गया, लेकिन चिपका कुछ नहीं बिगड़ा.
I actually wanted you to say a dialogue in Hindi from one of your films about a Barish ka shirt. That's what he wanted.
बारिश का डायलॉग तो नहीं है, बारिश का गाना बना है.
So that was the
Yeah.
hint for you to break into song.
Okay.
See
Are
now,
you serious?
Absolute stunned
Yeah, we are
silence
serious.
now.
I know.
Obviously, when it's a
With
pregnant
the
pause,
cuff,
you've
it's
got.
quite tough.
So why don't you just tap it and start?
I have cough actually.
All right, we'll take one or two more questions. All the panelists are available. Who's next?
Yeah. Ayushmaan.
Oh, that's a good question.
Arrow app is there, na?
Sorry, do you need?
Any particular app for this?
That's for him.
Yes. So he did demonstrate it to you. There's
Yeah,
a very,
there's
very
an
small little app that's available, and that gives you the capability to use the chip in any which way that you like, program it like Ayushmaan did. He went from having WhatsApp, which he programmed as his favorite app to open, and it's really simple. It's all one click, and the app is, I think it's just called Arrow right now, but if you do Arrow Shirt on Play Store, you can actually download it.
If I don't have the app and I tap my phone on this cup, then I won't.
You have to have the chip have something that you've programmed into it. So that's why that says write. Once you've programmed it, as in you put in that information, you say write it onto the chip. It gets written onto the chip, and then if anybody else taps. So for you, you need the app. Other people don't need an app. They just need an NFC phone.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And it needs to be an Android.
And these
As of now.
As of now.
As of now.
And these arrow shirts are meant especially for, under the blazer or separate for without blazers.
Under the blazer or over?
Like Ayushmaan is looking smart in black pant and pink shirt.
He also tried it
Yeah.
over the blazer.
If he doesn't wear grey pant,
कोशिश बहुत की सर
blazer on
ऊपर
that,
शर्ट पहनने के ऊपर हो नहीं पाया.
तो पहनना चाहिए साथ में या अलग बनी है शर्ट उसके
पर इन्होंने टी-शर्ट के ऊपर शर्ट पहनी है, आप देख सकते हैं. Yeah, he's
और
very good.
आयुष्मान जी आप एक गाना सुनाएंगे तो बड़ा अच्छा रहेगा.
Listen, you're not going to get away. See, I'll tell you what. वो इतने आराम से उन्होंने subtly hint दिया आपको. उन्होंने बोला आप hint तो ले नहीं रहे हो, सीधा ही पूछ लो.
I think I should, yeah. I'm I'm not singing Pani Darang. बहुत बारिश हो चुकी है. Nobody wants water right now. We want sunshine. My own rendition of मोह मोह के धागे. ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे ये टोह टोह ना लागे किस तरह गिरहा ये सुलझे है रोम रोम एक तारा जो बादलों में से गुजरे ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे. Thank you so much.
Wow, that is very smart singing.
You actually have a good voice there.
Yeah, very smart singing. That awesome chip in you.
Only for you, sir. पर आप phone पे बात करने लगे तो
He not only
Okay,
wears a
Ayushmaan,
chip shirt, he also sings well.
Okay, Ayushmaan, continue with the same, you know, as you sung the Dam Laga Ke Aisha ka song.
We can't see who this is. Achha, the gentleman there at the back.
आयुष्मान उसी शो को लेके मतलब आपकी फिल्म को लेके ही एक शो बनाया जा रहा है सेम थीम को लेके दैट यशराज इज प्रोड्यूसिंग. हाउ प्राउड यू फील, यू नो, योर फिल्म कन्वर्टिंग इनटू अ सीरियल एंड दैट टू बाय यशराज.
लेकिन मैं चाहता हूँ ऐसे भी सीरियल्स हैं जो फिल्में बन जाएं.
लेकिन आपकी फिल्म से इंस्पायर होके वो बनाया.
Yeah, I think it was another path-breaking films of 2015, and I'm really proud to be a part of the film. And the span of 4 years, I did 2 national award-winning films, Vicky Donor and Dam Laga Ke Aisha. But Dam Laga Ke Aisha was quite radical with 2 odd. It's an odd couple in the film. Both are complex characters, and I think all the body shammers will be given an answer by the TV show as well after Dam Laga Ke Aisha.
Very nice, very well thought.
Yeah, my question to Suresh sir. So in past you have launched 5 variation shirts with creaseless shirts and all. Are these shirts available, like apps available on that same?
Sorry, if you could just repeat the question.
So you have launched a couple of months back the 5 variant shirts.
Yeah.
With creaseless and all that thing. Is that app available on that shirts?
Yeah. No, actually, we are not doing the stitchless shirt here because we definitely have to stitch the the chip inside the shirt sleeve. This is a completely different innovation. It's not linked to stitchless shirt.
And my question to Narendra sir.
Again,
So
can you
what
just
about,
identify yourself?
sir,
Where are
is
you?
Yeah,
Could you stand up? Yeah, so it's still you. Okay.
Thing is like, you know, you've been ace designer of India. Are you planning something for women with these chips?
With these chips, Priyanka Chopra's dress made of 1,000 chips.
Seriously, like something like.
No, it's too early to do, and this is their patented technology. Everybody can't use it. You can only do it in collaboration with them. But if they have a collaboration, of course, we'd love to do it.
I think next innovation will be if you can really eat these chips.
You get it in a wafer bag, all of these, yes? Okay. We have time for 2 more questions. I know lots and lots of hands. We'll get a mic to you. The lady right in front, please.
Hi Ayushmaan here. Hi.
No, one second.
Monica
Can she
from
just-
Bollywood नजर. आयुष्मान, मेरी प्यारी बिंदु आपकी जो पिक्चर आ रही है परिणीति के साथ, उसमें आप एक्टिंग और सिंगिंग दोनों की है और आपने और परिणीति ने खुद ने गाना गाया है. तो कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा परिणीति के साथ वो गाने का?
काफ़ी अच्छा रहा. इनफैक्ट अभी गाना है. अभी आपने वीडियो देखी होगी, वो तो हम ऐसी सेट पे गाते रहते हैं. बट आई थिंक हमने रिकॉर्ड भी करना है. परिणीति इज प्लेइंग द सिंगर्स पार्ट इन द फिल्म. आई एम द राइटर इन द फिल्म. आई एम द ऑथर, बंगाली ऑथर इन द फिल्म. So yeah, but we'll be doing a duet also in the film. Yeah, thank you.
Please.
Hello, this is Poonam. I just want to ask one thing. Like, this is the chip which is working, right? I mean, that is the smart thing in the shirt. So, like for the woman wear, we can like, you know, take the chip and we can attach it in the collar or the sleeves. Can it be possible?
Okay, so the demand is going to be so much that people will buy a men's shirt, tear the chip out, and then put it in. I think you better come out with women's clothing. This is the second question on that. It's a whole different. The arrow needs to change direction and move towards women also now, right? No, but I think it's only a matter of time.
I'm sure the team is listening for a new opportunity.
I think smart clothing for men and women is only a matter of time. I think they've started off here, but it's going to be all over. And like I said, it's a fantastic start out here. So you don't have to tear this one open.
They should also bring out the woman line, right?
Women's line. There,
I mean, seriously, why we should suffer every time?
Androgynous fashion is you can be androgynous, right? You can wear the men's shirt. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yes, absolutely. The last question.
I'll style you.
He has the mic. All right.
I have a question for
Thank
Suresh.
you.
Just 2 quick questions. Is the chip battery operated and how long does it last? And secondly, when will it be available for the iPhone?
No, actually this is not battery operated, so there is no need for any charging and all that. So as far as iPhone is concerned, I think they already have this NFC facility in the phone, but they have not enabled it. So I think it's a question
there's
of
something
time.
called an API that, which means that you can also use their NFC chip to do programming for your own self. We're all hopeful with the iPhone 7 it should be out, and they'll be out with it almost immediately after that. And yeah, like you said, absolutely no battery. This is forever and ever. It'll last till even the shirt doesn't last. Okay, I think that was pretty much it. Yes? Okay. So you do have a few more hands up. I'm sure some part of the panelists will be available for a quick one-on-one directly. I'd just like to say thank you all for coming here. We believe that this is a very interesting step forward. And thank you for all, from my side, to the panelists.
Rajiv, I just
Sure.
have one request of Arrow, that they come up with separate replaceable cuffs, so that I can buy one shirt and change the cuffs every time.
You're taking their business model away. Why would they ever do that?
रोहन right.